The Diesel brothers weren't just fixing trucks, they were keeping secrets. All those years on screen, something important stayed hidden in plain sight. Now the cast finally speaks, and fans are stunned by what they never figured out until this shocking revelation. The price of smoke and fame. David Sparks, also known as Heavy D, was famous for his wide smile, loud laugh, and passion for diesel engines. He gained recognition on the popular TV show Diesel Brothers, where he was known for transforming old trucks into powerful machines. Fans appreciated his innovation, enthusiasm, and courage. However, a troubling situation was developing in his personal life, which ultimately resulted in legal trouble and serious consequences. Years ago, environmental groups accused Sparks and his team of going too far. They said that the changes made to his truck were releasing harmful black smoke, which goes against the Clean Air Act, a law meant to protect people from pollution. Utah Physicians for a Healthy Environment took legal action, arguing that Sparks's modifications were not just for show, but actually damaging to health. Initially, it appeared to be just a minor mix-up that would be resolved easily, similar to many legal disputes. However, the matter became more severe as the case progressed. In 2020, a court in Utah ruled that Sparks had committed numerous violations, totaling over 400. The penalty imposed was substantial, amounting to more than $843,000. While some may see it as just a figure, for Sparks it represented a significant obstacle to his success and liberty. Still, as time went by, the fines were not paid. The court said Sparks did not listen to the orders to pay the penalty. Even after letters and deadlines, no money was sent. The judge said it was no longer about the money, but about following the law. In June 2024, the court said Sparks and the others were in trouble for not doing what they were supposed to. Months later, the problem got really bad. A judge in Utah ordered Sparks to be arrested on October 2nd because he had been ignoring the court's requests on purpose. He was then arrested and taken to the Salt Lake County Jail. This was surprising news for many of his fans. The man who used to drive big trucks and make exciting YouTube videos was suddenly in jail. The arrest was brief. Sparks was reportedly released from federal custody quickly. However, the consequences had already occurred. His reputation was now associated with more than just loud engines and humor. It was now linked to fines, disrespect, and legal issues. Court records showed the extent of the problem. The judge asked Sparks to provide specific details about his companies and possessions, including operating agreements and photos of vehicles, trailers, boats, and planes he had a financial stake in. The court wanted to make sure no assets were being concealed. However, by August, Sparks had not fulfilled some of those requirements. In that month, the court ruled that Sparks had broken 4 different orders by not paying fines or giving the necessary documents. Because of this, he had 2 choices: pay the full amount of $843,602.23 or provide all the required materials to start fixing the issue. The decline of Diesel Brothers was tough to see for fans who were inspired by their hard work and innovative creations. The popular show came to an end in 2022 after 8 successful seasons that captivated audiences with the transformation of old trucks into impressive vehicles. Stars like Sparks and Diesel Dave were more than just mechanics. They were entertainers, adventurers, and visionaries who pushed the boundaries of what was possible in their projects. However, being famous also brings some negative aspects. At first, they were simply trying out new things by making trucks faster and louder, but this attracted the interest of federal agencies. The laws about the environment are very strict, and the courts considered these modifications to be more than just a pastime. Instead, they saw them as significant breaches that added to pollution and harm to the public. After Sparks was let go, his attorney argued that no official charges had been filed and believed the arrest was unjust. However, the law viewed the situation differently. The penalties were legitimate and the demands remained unchanged. Sparks was required to either pay up or follow the rules completely. The incident made the reality star stop and think about things. In a video he uploaded on YouTube in August, he called the lawsuit a nightmare. He confessed that when he first started his business, he made some mistakes. He altered trucks in ways that were not good for the environment. He was sorry for those actions and recognized that their early excitement sometimes caused them to make bad choices. A man, typically known for his self-assurance and liveliness, showed a rare moment of vulnerability. His fans, who had been with him since the beginning, witnessed a new side of him, where he was coming to terms with the results of his actions and gaining humility in the process. As the legal fight goes on, Sparks doesn't know what will happen next. He can either pay the fine or follow the court's orders to fix things. However, the mechanic, who used to be praised, is now struggling to not only fix engines, but also repair his image. Freedom of the Diesel Brothers. For a long time, people watched television shows that featured loud engines, smoke, and two men who were able to transform regular diesel trucks into amazing vehicles. The show Diesel Brothers on Discovery Channel was unique and stood out from other programs. It wasn't just about cars. It celebrated innovation, strength, and friendship, all centered around a passion for diesel engines. Fans loved the show, and even those who weren't into cars were captivated by the enthusiasm and thrill of each project. The show revolved around two friends named David Heavy D Sparks and David Diesel Dave Kiley, who had grand aspirations and a love for powerful engines. They operated from their garage at Sparks Motors in Salt Lake City, Utah, where they specialized in converting diesel vehicles into impressive pieces of art. They worked on a variety of vehicles, ranging from monster trucks to customized pickups, taking on even the most daring projects. Every episode showcased their dedication, humor, and creativity as they crafted vehicles that were sure to attract attention wherever they went. Their projects were expensive because they invested a lot of money in each build, incorporating unique parts, large engines, and attractive designs. What made it unique was that spectators could witness every aspect of the process, including the difficulties, the humor, the collaboration, and the joy of seeing an amazing finished product emerge from the garage. It was a combination of expertise, enthusiasm, and amusement that allowed followers to feel like they were included in the team. However, despite the enjoyment and popularity, there were troubling developments taking place behind the scenes. Dealing with diesel engines involved following strict regulations and duties, particularly in regards to emissions, the fumes and substances discharged by the beloved powerful machines. These regulations aim to safeguard the environment. However, in the realm of diesel alterations, they frequently hindered innovation. The Diesel Brothers team quickly became entangled in a tumult that would have far-reaching consequences. In 2016, a group in Utah called Physicians for a Healthy Environment filed a lawsuit against Sparks Motors. They said that the company had changed some vehicles in ways that violated the Clean Air Act. One of the trucks made by Sparks Motors was discovered to be emitting dark smoke, which is known as rolling coal. Despite appearing impressive, this practice was against the law in multiple states, including Utah. Lawyers representing the Physicians Group provided compelling evidence as the case progressed. They claimed that the altered trucks emitted significantly more pollution than permitted, up to 36 times more than a regular vehicle with functioning emission controls. The court paid close attention to these findings. In 2020, a verdict was reached. The Diesel Brothers were found guilty of breaking the law and were instructed to pay fines amounting to $851,451. This was a huge setback for them, both financially and in terms of their image. The court warned that harsher penalties would be imposed if they kept messing with diesel emission systems. Despite this warning, the team decided to challenge the ruling, hopes of a more favorable result. However, in 2021, a federal judge confirmed the initial decision. This could have been the end for many, but the Diesel brothers were not ones to give up easily. They persisted in their efforts to restore both their reputation and their business. In January 2024, their hard work finally paid off when they were able to reduce the fines by $225,000. This small success gave them hope for the future. Sparks Motors has since avoided getting into trouble by improving their practices and focusing on building vehicles that meet regulations. However, fans started to realize that new episodes of Diesel Brothers were no longer being shown on Discovery, even though the team was still working hard. Gossip started circulating that the TV show had been canceled. In 2021, the team came forward to talk about the rumors, letting fans know on their YouTube channel that the show wasn't gone forever. They kept their promise when Season 8 aired in 2022, bringing back the excitement for fans who had been waiting for their favorite Diesel duo. However, after that, there was no news. There was no indication of a 9th season, and the question on everyone's lips became more insistent. Had Diesel Brothers come to an end finally? In 2023, fans finally found out that Diesel Brothers had ended. Heavy D and Diesel Dave announced on their website that they made the decision to stop the show, not Discovery. They were tired of the restrictions of TV production and wanted to go back to their roots of building trucks and sharing videos on YouTube. One chapter had ended and a new one had begun. Now, free from the limitations of television, they could create content on their own terms and at their own pace. Their loyal fans, who had supported them through thick and thin, eagerly embraced their move to a new platform. The Diesel Brothers' story is about their love for trucks, learning from errors, growing from challenges, and finding forgiveness. They started small, dealt with controversies, but continued pursuing their passion. Even though their show on Discovery Channel may have ended, Sparks Motors' spirit remains strong, more confident, and more liberated than before. Their big-hearted truck giveaways. The Diesel Brothers became famous by not only creating crazy diesel vehicles, but also by giving them away to fans. Their show fulfills the dreams of fans who never imagined owning such powerful trucks. Every episode is like a celebration of engines, fun, and unexpected moments. The giveaways are not just simple acts of kindness. They are what make their show truly memorable. Viewers watch with excitement, hoping that they could be the next winner to take home one of those huge, loud diesel trucks. Every giveaway has a backstory of dedication, innovation, and enthusiasm. The trucks they give away are not brand new vehicles from a store. They are reconstructed from old, neglected machines that some may consider trash. Heavy D and Diesel Dave find promise in each damaged piece. They repurpose what others discard and transform it into something remarkable. It's not about splurging lots of money. It's about talent, creativity, and expertise. Reconstructing these trucks can be expensive because they have to purchase parts, pay for materials, and put in a lot of time making sure everything is just right. However, the key to their success is their special touch in design and branding. Each truck that comes out of their workshop has the distinctive Diesel Brothers look-large tires, vibrant colors, customized engines, and a unique personality. Even though it is cheaper to build these trucks than to buy new ones, the happiness they bring to people and the recognition they receive in return is priceless. The Diesel Brothers see giveaways as more than just gifts. They serve as a way to connect with their fans. When they give away a truck, they win over many hearts with the excitement, cheers, and tears of joy from the lucky recipient. The producers of the show understand that giving away a truck generates genuine enthusiasm that cannot be bought with money. It's a win-win situation, spreading joy and promoting their brand in a way that goes beyond traditional advertising. Before becoming famous on TV, Heavy D and Diesel Dave were already well known on the internet. They were early adopters of social media in the diesel building community. Through amusing videos, clever pranks, and daring feats, they transformed their love for diesel into a form of entertainment. Their videos were more than just about powerful engines and horsepower. They were also full of laughter, enthusiasm, and camaraderie. Viewers tuned in, not just for the trucks, but also because the Diesel Brothers brought joy to their faces. As their videos became popular online, more and more people started to see their unusual creations. Eventually, Jay Leno, a famous car lover, noticed their talent and showcased one of their videos on his show, Prank You Very Much. This was a significant moment for them, as it brought them fame and demonstrated their creativity to a wider audience. Their performance on Jay Leno's show not only made people laugh, but it also created new opportunities. The Discovery Channel noticed the excitement surrounding them and saw a chance to collaborate. The network was moving toward shows that were both entertaining and educational, and the Diesel Brothers were a great match. Their lives were filled with noise, laughter, grease, and kindness, exactly the type of vibe that Discovery was looking for. The collaboration between Discovery and the Diesel Brothers was perfect. The brothers now had the support and visibility to enhance their projects. They could create even larger and more amazing machines. Through Discovery's worldwide audience, their creations could be appreciated globally. This partnership marked the beginning of a transformation from two Utah mechanics to famous figures on an international scale. The Diesel Brothers, known for their beards, jokes, and love for engines, are actually men who have a strong faith. They come from a Mormon background and, like many others in their community, used to spend time sharing their beliefs. While they don't frequently discuss it on their show, they also don't conceal their faith. Their beards were a big part of how they were seen on TV, adding to the image of the larger-than-life characters they portrayed. However, before becoming famous, they led modest lives focused on helping others. Heavy D worked in the jungles of Bolivia and Brazil during his mission, where he became fluent in Spanish and Portuguese. Diesel Dave spent his mission in Portugal, spreading his faith and expanding his knowledge of the world outside his hometown. Even though they are famous TV personalities now, they still remember their humble beginnings. Their book contains pictures from their youth when they were fresh-faced and optimistic. The photos serve as a gentle nudge to show that despite their success, they have stayed humble, appreciative, and true to themselves. The story of the Diesel Brothers is about being creative, kind, and having faith in both engines and people. They started with rebuilding trucks, but it became a cause of happiness and motivation for many. With each giveaway, joke, and rev of an engine, they show that dedication, humor, and compassion can transform the ordinary into something amazing. Where work feels like play and steel turns into art. The Diesel Brothers' world extends beyond just trucks. It revolves around humor, companionship, dedication, and a spirit of enjoyment that permeates the atmosphere like the rumble of powerful engines. Their garage is not a cramped space with limited tools and scattered spare tires. It is a large workshop bustling with activity, vibrant, loud, and full of energy. Welding machines emit sparks, steel reverberates with the sound of hammers, and the air is filled with the sense of grease, paint, and ambition. This is where the magic unfolds. It is where weathered old trucks undergo a transformation into colossal machines that gleam like pristine creations of metal. The Diesel Brothers don't let their busy workload get in the way of having fun. They enjoy playing games, joking around, and even hiding each other's personal items for laughs. They even play pranks like hiding their trucks, which is funny because vehicles are their hobby, tools, and cause of pride. Picture a group of adult men in a large workshop, surrounded by massive diesel machines, running around and laughing like children. It may seem crazy, but that's the lively atmosphere on set. It's like a playground filled with steel and tires where work and play mix together seamlessly. While there is laughter in the shop, serious work is always being done. The Diesel Brothers understand that having fun is not enough without a purpose. Each truck that comes into their garage has a unique story, and every truck that leaves showcases their blend of power, beauty, and innovation. Although some moments are captured for television, the majority of the work is genuine. They engage in cutting, welding, painting, and constructing because that is their true profession. Diesel Sellers is more than just a scripted show. It is a fully operational business where skilled mechanics and designers labor daily to create custom diesel trucks that can impress both on the road and in the hearts of fans. The Diesel Brothers follow a rule of working hard and playing hard. Their success is not only from fun, but also from a lot of hard work and commitment. Beyond their jokes and crazy projects, they put in a lot of effort, late nights, and determination. They began small, like many others with big dreams, but their passion helped them progress. This same spirit is evident in their book, The Diesel Brothers, a truckin' awesome guide to trucks and life. In their book, Heavy D and Diesel Dave share the story of how they went from humble beginnings to becoming famous TV personalities. It's not just about trucks, it's also about friendship, taking risks, and having the courage to believe in an idea when no one else does. You'll read about how Heavy D, also known as David Sparks, took the first step in pursuing his dream by hiring his best friend, Diesel Dave, David Kiley. What began as a small business between the two friends eventually turned into a successful company that builds custom vehicles and a TV show that entertains millions of people. The book provides a behind-the-scenes look at the reality of running a business. It demonstrates how the owners mix entertainment with running a successful enterprise and how each aspect of their operation ties back to their overall business strategy. There are funny moments and heartwarming instances that showcase the hard work and dedication put in by the two friends to build their business from scratch. Additionally, readers get a glimpse into their savvy social media presence, showcasing their creativity beyond their traditional work and their ability to engage a large audience online. Their effective use of the internet has played a significant role in their achievements. The Diesel Brothers have a remarkable story of starting from the bottom and working their way up. They didn't have fame or wealth at the beginning, but instead had a passion for trucks and a strong work ethic. Their love for trucks eventually turned into a widely recognized brand. Their custom vehicles are more than just trucks. They are pieces of art crafted with hard work and dedication. Each one is special and carries its own story, personality, and a sense of pride. The brand of the Diesel Brothers is not just about trucks. It has become a symbol that is easily recognizable. Their logo, which features a bearded skull and bold letters, is distinctive and often seen on a dark background, like black or gray, giving it a strong and powerful look that reflects their work. The bearded skull is more than just a drawing. It represents strength, brotherhood, and a love for diesel. It exudes a wild, rugged, and proud vibe, just like the men who created it. The trucks are the most important aspect of the Diesel Brothers brand. These big, shiny machines are what make the Diesel Brothers famous. Fans admire them for their size, power, and attention to detail. Each truck, from its elevated body to its powerful engine, seems to have a life of its own. It's no surprise that many people dream of owning one. When the Diesel Brothers hold contests to give away trucks, the excitement on social media is unmatched. Everyone wants to be the lucky recipient of a custom monster truck with the Diesel Brothers logo displayed proudly on it. However, the Diesel Brothers are not just focused on trucks. They have expanded their brand to encompass a complete lifestyle. Their website features a diverse range of products that reflect the same daring personality seen in their vehicle creations. You can discover truck components, extras, and all the essentials for a diesel enthusiast. Additionally, they offer a variety of merchandise such as shirts, boots, sunglasses, hats, keychains, and even dog vests, all adorned with their signature bearded skull logo. Each item embodies their tough and adventurous attitude. This brand symbolizes more than just machinery. It represents a lifestyle. They have expanded their interests into personal grooming as well. The Diesel Brothers have introduced a line of beard care products for fans who appreciate their rugged appearance. The products include beard growth stimulators and balms designed to maintain facial hair. What sets it apart is that each member of the cast uses their own balm, allowing fans to choose their favorite and feel a closer connection to the stars they see on TV. This thoughtful gesture demonstrates the strong bond between their brand and the individuals behind it. The Diesel Brothers demonstrate that success comes from passion, working together, and enjoying what you do. They put in a lot of effort daily, but they always keep the fun alive that sets them apart. While work can be tiring for many people, they have found a way to make it interesting, to turn fixing things like steel and engines exciting. They have transformed a regular repair shop into a place of innovation and camaraderie, where fun mixes with hard work and goals mix with dedication. Their journey shows that work doesn't have to be boring or exhausting. When you enjoy what you do, even difficult tasks can feel like fun. The Diesel Brothers experience demonstrates that having fun and being focused can go hand in hand. You can create something impressive while still enjoying yourself. Their genuine laughter, strong friendship, and legendary trucks all show the successful combination of fun and hard work. The Diesel Brothers show that passion can create not just machines, but also change lives.